Friday nights are better with Fury, and we're opening the brand new Boeing Center at Techport Arena with a bang tonight. Our UFC Fight Pass with Fury FC 76. But first, we get things started on our prelims with 2 amateur title fights. It is time to get this thing going live from San Antonio. It is time for these fighters to unleash the Fury, and what a perfect chance, Michael, for these fighters to show out.
Yeah, unbelievable card, top to bottom, 2 title fights, including the ladies. Can't wait to see it.
All right, let's get some blood in this new venue and stain up the floors and the walls, because it is going to be fun. All amateur fights. Let's go inside to the 4th member of our broadcast crew. He's the keeper of my heart. Here he is, Wayne Leggett.
Good evening, fight fans, and welcome to the Boeing Arena at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. This is Fury FC 76, Vasquez versus Chaires. Please welcome to the cage for your opening preliminary contest, Kenji Sato.
Oh yeah, the exciting debut of Kenji Sato. The purple belt, he's been training his whole life to become a martial artist, has mentioned on his Instagram. It's in his family blood as well. And now, the last samurai gets a chance to show out in a debut fight at the beautiful Boeing Center Techport Arena. Wow, what the first fighter in Fury history gets a fight.
Yeah, and it's funny you said, I'm glad you said his nickname there, because we heard the story today about how he came up with that nickname. He's a very shy guy, very nice guy, and they asked him, hey, do you have a nickname? And he just thought about it for 1 second and said The Last Samurai. So here we are with...
I think Tom Cruise may disagree with that, though. They have to fight it out.
I'm going to take Kenji over Tom Cruise in a fight, but... Well, he's 0-0, so we'll see here in a minute. Maybe I'll take the odds after I watch him fight.
I wish he would have walked out with a nice blade, you know, like really commit to it in the last 24 hours. Like, hey, that's my nickname. Might as well go for it.
Or at least sort of like the samurai demon mask, sort of cool, 3 Ninja style.
Or if he would have gotten a tattoo last night.
All right, let's go inside to meet his opponent.
To the red corner, Ricky Iruchetta.
Ricky Iruchetta, a fighter that I circled when we called his fight back in Edinburgh. He made his debut last year during our Summer of Fury. Now the amateur, making his second walk to the Fury FC cage as an amateur. Went the distance and really loves pushing the pace, which I love from a fighter. Yeah,
good cardio. You know, we saw him in Edinburgh. He brought a lot of people to Edinburgh, so I'm kind of surprised we didn't hear this place explode. It's a beautiful venue, by the way, Raheel. We've talked about it a little bit since we've been here, but beautiful place to watch a fight. Brand new venue, very, very nice. So nice place for some people to make their debut or to get to fight. Alex, you mentioned it was the nicest venue you've seen since other than the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, this is as good as it gets. You know, I've fought in the UFC in venues on par with this one. I mean, this is a really great opportunity for these amateurs and these pros later tonight. I tell people all the time, Fury has the absolute best production for an amateur show in the world, and I stand by that statement. I really hope these amateurs know what they have in front of them, and this really is the time to shine.
Absolutely. That is the best part about it. Like, when you go back and watch it as an amateur, you're like, whoa, like, this is so good. And of course, props to our production team, DNA Studios. They do a great job. Even though we do have Ryan working it, we still overcome that and still have the best production, which is nice. But you're right, it is so great production. The venues that we're in, they're getting spoiled from a young age and young in their career.
Yeah, there's a cave drawing of my first MMA fight, and that's it.
All right, Ricky is inside. So we'll get our official introductions here. Take it away, Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening preliminary contest, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 134.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Japan, this is the Last Samurai, Kenji Sato! And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter is 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 139.4 pounds. Fighting out of Edinburgh, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. This is Ricky Iruchetta. Your referee in charge of the action, Frank Colazzo.
Frank Colazzo gets the first assignment of the night. Sato, Iruchetta, blue gloves for Sato. The last samurai, red for Ricky Iruchetta.
Ricky a bit bigger. He did miss weight by a few pounds. I know he's traveling in. That was a good right hander from Sato. Fun fact, Sato, a very common last name in Japan, like Smith here in America.
Really?
Or Ramzan Ali in Texas.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool to know.
See Ricky in quick with a rear body lock ride. Sato doing a good job keeping his balance, using the cage to prop himself up as he looks to dig that left side underhook and turn in.
Yeah, Sato was able to recover, but he made a little bit of a rookie mistake there, trying to, with that overhook, trying to get that hip toss. Wasn't successful. Really easy to sprawl on those. Kind of surprised that, well, actually I shouldn't say that. I wasn't surprised to see that in an amateur fight, but ooh, nice shot there from Sato.
Yeah, that was a jab. That was a jab that, knocked him down. I don't want to say dropped him, but it hit clean. And that's one thing that Sato did earlier. He really threw that right hand hard before he shot the double you were talking about, Mike.
Yeah.
And you can see he's kind of like moving his body hard into these strikes. There's a lot of power on him.
Yeah, Sato kind of jumped into that jab and made it very, very effective.
Man, Ricky had a really good deep reap on the knee, but I don't think he really knew the positioning he was looking for with that leg entanglement. Now there's no twisting leg locks here for amateurs as he goes for a buggy choke. He's out of position for it. Sato did a good job keeping us cool and just progressing ahead. What's funny in MMA, if the guy's trying to buggy choke, you just step into their half guard and it totally neutralizes that submission.
Taking mount is the last samurai.
Yeah, Sato he's taking advantage of every opening he's seen so far. Positionally, he's kind of taking this wherever he's wanted.
The purple belt. He's been waiting a long time to make this debut, 32 years old.
Yeah, he's very patient. Very, very poised here in mount. Now there's less than a minute, and he's in one of these strongest positions. He can maybe start to really put some firepower down on the ground and pound.
He looks like he's a little reluctant to throw punches. Well, until now.
And that's what he needs.
Moment. You're right, 30 seconds now. You got to start pushing this. That arm was open here. Ricky takes it back up to the ground. Good work out of some trouble for Iruchetta.
I'm curious if Sato has some judo training. He had that underhook. Looks like he's going for some sort of inside trip or even like an Uchimata setup.
And both guys kind of throwing a knee there at the same time. Looks like they banged kneecaps. Looks like it was pretty painful for both guys.
That's a Sato round through and through. Was threatening all the takedowns, landed the big strikes, got to mount. That was a big right hand. Little calf kick kind of knocked him off balance. Yeah, that was that jab that dropped him.
Yeah, he dropped into that jab, Alex. He kind of threw it with he threw a jab with his hip. You rarely see that. But yeah, Real, I think you're right. I think he could have had his arm right there. He was kind of reaching up. I'm kind of surprised he didn't take that arm. Good first round for Soto, though.
Maybe pacing himself just a little bit. Your first round ever officially with everything that's going on. The venue, the fans.
Yep, and I'll stick to what I said, Alex. I'll take Sato in a fight against Tom Cruise.
Yeah, me too.
How about Tom Hardy?
Oh, no, I don't know about that.
Tom Hardy's a pit bull.
Yeah.
We'll see if Sato can't get back to like that really cool flow state of movement. He's changing levels, kind of rocking back and forth. And that allows you to just fire off into some punches because you're already moving.
I like how he has like his hands open like a karate chop.
I was going to ask you about that. I think see that too much.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just to keep his punches relaxed. I haven't seen him slap him or anything, so most of his punches that he's thrown have been with a closed fist. So
I mean, there's a well-thrown right hand, good lift there from Ricky, but he didn't set it up. There's no jab, so all Ricky had to do was identify the right hand, dodge it, and then enter in on that body lock. You know, jabs are more than just measuring. They're more for damage. It's just really such a versatile strike. Find range, set up combos, interrupt your opponent's combos. I mean, jabs got to be used more. Nice little boot there from Ricky. One of my favorite finishes from a rear body lock. It's just booting your laces right on their Achilles and kicking the foot out. Ricky really coming alive in the second round.
Yeah, this round almost looks identical to the first, except it's the other person that's taking advantage of their opponent here.
Nice little modified Granby roll jiu-jitsu style. Another good leg entanglement here. Now there's no heel hooks allowed or toe holds. He can straight ankle lock though, and that's what he's going for. Sato needs to lay. Sato needs to lay to his left side, get his left shoulder and head on the mat if he wants to genuinely threaten the straight ankle lock.
Lets it go now.
Sato had to be careful also because he was really, really close. It looked like he wanted to kick him in the face pretty bad, but
he's in a good position for potential knee bar. Now, Ricky did not figure for his legs immediately, and it's still kind of giving me some anxiety. I mean, he's got to cross that left leg over his right ankle, or else Sato's going to sit back for a knee bar.
Yeah, if Sato sits to his right hip right now and kind of uses both hands on that, he's got that knee bar. The only thing is, if he loses it, he's going to give up his back.
Pretty good punches from the bottom there for Ricky.
Almost got that definitive reap locked in.
Oh. Sato sticking with it.
You can tell Sato's having to restrain from, he's remembering about halfway through his submission attempts that you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, anyone watching at home, no twisting leg locks. So no heel hooks, no toe holds, straight ankle locks are legal, straight knee bars are legal, calf crush is also legal. Good transition work. Man, Sato really made the end of this round competitive, as Ricky did start in a really good position with some good strikes, but Sato finishes on top. Maybe even a coin flip of a round, but if you're Sato's coaches, you got to say you lost number 2, and you have to win number 3.
Yeah, and Iruchetta stumbled over to his corner. He was limping pretty bad on that leg whenever he went over, so not exactly sure what happened to it, but it was getting worked on a lot in that second round. Nothing that we saw was really definitive. We saw almost right there, you saw him grab that heel, twist it just a little bit, and then he let it go. So again, very, very close to an illegal submission there.
It's a good right hand there from Sato.
Yeah, I think that the more damage was done by Sato this round, even though Iruchetta probably controlled more of the round. Sato finished the round strong and then also probably still did more damage.
By the way, we have 10 total fights on our prelim card, all amateur fights. And then we go live on UFC Fight Pass at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for 10 more fights. It's going to be a lot of fights this weekend. UFC in town for tomorrow night. And we're back in Houston for Challenger Series, or at least you two are.
Man, I wonder if Sato acknowledges that Ricky's footing is compromised. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, he got punched and kind of fell, right?
Well, he kicked him in the leg, and the leg that was injured, and so he just kind of went down. And so yeah, I think he does recognize it because Sato immediately punched him in the knee, and so I think he recognized that he was that knee is hurting or something's wrong on that leg, and so Sato put him to the ground and immediately punched him in the knee.
Sato's got a good chin strap, but needs to use his arms to clear the knees there of Ricky. There we go, confirmed the guard pass. So now Ricky may have a good buggy choke, but that's just such a weird position to attack from. It's just such a losing position. You cannot make that a primary reaction because you're going to be okay getting your guard passed. Be curious to see if the footing of Ricky is compromised or if that was just a bit of a slip. Sato kind of gives the back up a lot on the feet.
Yeah, he does. And Sato, it looked like he was in a pretty good spot for a guillotine. and gave it up.
Oh, yeah, that right foot, he cannot put any pressure on that at all.
That's right.
This is not looking good.
I mean, Sato can pretty much box for free.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's no power behind any of those punches because he can't plant. But he's still trying as Ricky.
Perhaps Sato was damaged by those punches. They didn't look like much, but I mean, sometimes it doesn't take much to do some damage in the 4-ounce glove.
Yeah, and Iruchetta is in complete survival mode right now. Because you're right, Raheel, he can barely stand on that right leg.
Oh my gosh, I mean, he is just hobbled right now. I wouldn't be surprised if afterwards we find out there's structural damage to that knee, but for right now, he is still in this fight and he is pushing forward. This is a heroic effort, gentlemen. How is he doing this?
Sato could have just circled away and made Ricky move, and that's what would have compromised him most.
Yeah, Sato did Ricky a huge favor there, kind of staying in the same spot, and I mean, it's almost like he pulled guard on his knee.
But it's weird, he can still put pressure on the post on the right. Like, he is still able to put a little pressure there, but man, no pressure when he's standing. Oh man, 10 seconds left. He is just walking forward. Is Ricky Iruchetta. What an incredible third round, one-legged beast of a round. We'll see how the judges scored this because we are going to the scorecards here.
Man, I think Iruchetta might have got out in the third round, even though...
Yeah, that second round goes, Mike, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this fight's a lot closer than I thought it would be.
He is struggling to stand inside. I know everyone's watching the highlights right now, but we're keeping an eye on Ricky in the cage. He cannot even take a step without wincing in pain.
Oh, yeah. He just folded over his ankle so weird.
Yeah, I wish they would have showed whenever he fell down, whenever Sato punched him in the knee. I think that may have been what caused the damage.
So the debut now under his belt for Kenji Sato. We'll see if he can get this win here. Ricky Iruchetta trying to move to 2-0. We'll see how they scored this, the judges. Let's go inside to Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision, brought to you by HKA USA. With scores of 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28, your winner by unanimous decision, Ricky Iruchetta.
Wow. What do you guys think?
I don't know. One of the judges had it 30-27. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, he lost. I mean, good for Ricky winning that fight. He pulled it out in the third hard, and the second was okay. He lost that first round.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know who that was. We're going to have to figure out which judge that was. Keep an eye on them the rest of the night.
Smack him in the back of the head.
Yeah, they may be having medical problems over there. We need to get the doctor checked.
Please welcome to the blue corner for your next fight, Juan Maltos.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on because we get our first look at the judges for tonight for the remaining 19 fights potentially. Juan Maltos, 2-2 record, third time inside the Fury amateur cage. 1-1 so far, coming off a loss to Armando Zuniga at FC 58 last year in February. And that loss looks really good in my opinion, taking Zuniga to the distance. Looks really good. We've seen what Armando Zuniga has done in his career since that moment as well. Now trying to move his record above 500 is Juan Maltos.
Yeah, Juan Maltos got the pigtails going on in his hair. Looks a little bit savage. Where do you get a haircut like that, Alex? I haven't had a haircut in so long.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I shave my own head.
All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Cantu.
You hear that nice cheer for Sean and Cantu training here at Ochoa Academy, fighting out of San Antonio. Second time inside the Fury amateur cage, but hasn't fought since 2019. He has been rolling a lot, is a purple belt at Ochoa. Competes in Submission Hunter Pro events as well here for Garcia Promotions. And Michael, we were talking earlier today, he's just a tricky grappler. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, we saw some tricky grappling in our first match, some that was against the rules. But here, you're gonna see Sean Cantu, good purple belt, very, very tricky submission artist. And of course, Alex, we know how that can go in jiu-jitsu, and it's very, very different. Those belts go away, those tricks go away when people are punching you in the face.
Oh yeah, and just even the pacing of MMA grappling to jiu-jitsu is so different. Guys are so focused on staying on top. They don't really care about being in a guard. I mean, it definitely is different.
Our tail of the tape brought to you by Sheath Underwear. See that height advantage for Maltos, as well as that slight reach advantage for the 22-year-old. Came in at 139.2 pounds. Although I think that was an error because it's 134 on our sheet. So both guys did clear and make weight. Let's go inside for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 134.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 2 wins, 2 losses. This is Juan Maltos. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 135 pounds. Also fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, tonight he looks for his first win as an amateur. This is Sean Cantu. Your referee in charge, Joel Ojeda.
The always perfect beard of Joel Ojeda. Blue gloves for Maltos, red for Cantu.
Nice, good movement from Maltos. Nice little stick on a 1-2. Didn't take long to make Sean take a shot. It's a well-timed double. Got his hands together. Doing a good job keeping his opponent's knees pinned together. Just taking his base away. Oh. He had a few different options on how to finish that double leg.
Yeah, that looked like it was about to be a devastator. I thought he was going to throw him out of the cage. All of a sudden, he lightly laid him down.
He maybe didn't expect to get him up so high.
Cantu on top now in half guard.
Yeah, good pressure from the top.
Oh, easy little passed him out.
Yeah, decided to step over and try to get to the other side. Maybe that was his strong side, and ended up in half guard on the other side now. Maltos trying to keep that underhook. I don't know if I suggest that from the bottom if you're flat on your back. If you want that underhook, of course, if you're trying to control the posture or if you're on your hip a little bit, but it does kind of keep you there if you're on your back.
The 22-year-old Juan Maltos has been taking about a fight a year. Would like to see him get a little bit more action, but at 22, got a lot of time still, hopefully.
Good transition.
Oh, nice. Now in a world of trouble is Maltos. Can Sean Cantu continue the onslaught?
Ooh, Cantu in the mount here, raining down some punches, holding him down with one hand. Those are big shots. Oh, he's not going to let this last much longer. I can't believe he let it last this long.
Will this be enough? Wow, punches raining down.
Stop this fight. Oh man, if Sean had just thrown 2 or 3 more punches, they'd have called it right there. Maltos was pinned. He's pinned again. So that's where your coach has got to come in and be like, 5 more and it's out.
Yeah, they should be screaming at him frantically. He's got his under the chin. Here's that rear naked choke locked in.
Can he? Oh, now turns away from it. Does Maltos, but still taking a lot of damage right now. Is there going to be any kind of defense from the bottom? 20 seconds to work to get this finish in this dominant position. It's been all Cantu.
Yeah, Cantu needs to finish this fight in the first round. He's thrown so many punches. Oh,
man.
wow.
I mean, that's arguably a 10-8 round.
Oh, for sure. That has to be a 10-8 round. What was the significant punch count? 200 to 3, maybe.
Yeah.
That had to be. It was crazy.
You know, after that first flurry, we'll look at it here in a second, the rest of those punches weren't connecting that hard. So probably not that much damage taken from Maltos, but let's take a look at it and see. The replay will tell us the truth.
I mean, there must have been 4 or 5 punches from that we heard. I mean, you can tell Maltos' head had nowhere to go. So we heard fist to skull to canvas.
Yeah.
Right
This
here.
is that onslaught,
That was it. That was rough.
Yeah, and then after he turns his head, you get 4 or 5 more right there. I thought he was going to stop it right there, but he started missing and then he stopped.
Yeah. And then the punches got lighter, right?
Yeah, I think that's what got him. I think he was there. I think, like you said, Alex, he was 1 or 2 punches from that fight being stopped.
I mean, he really was. The ref was looking at him, too.
Yeah, good for Joel for letting him go, though. They typically do not let amateurs go that long.
And one thing to notice, Maltos didn't have much of an answer at all for bottom mount. He finds himself in top mount, but it's just instantly reversed.
Yep.
You can tell the difference in these guys' ground skills is just tremendously, adverse. You see Sean already looking to pass, keeping good pressure with his hips. I mean, pinching the guy's leg in between his legs. Pretty easily passes. Kind of using a leg drag.
Yeah,
Right back to mount.
Yeah, this is where he wants to go.
I mean, getting him out should not be that easy.
Yeah, let's see if we can get another run at this, and that is it. That is enough. We have ourselves a finish. Sean Cantu gets his first win as an amateur.
A lot of mounting that fight.
Yeah, a lot of mounting, a lot of punches thrown, and in both rounds, Cantu took 1 punch and he said that's enough. Got the fight back to the ground. In this case, it almost looks like he pulled guard, got pulled himself, and he got mounted himself. Reversed it immediately, like you said, Alex. Got to the mount, fight was over. It only took 4 or 5 punches this time from the top.
Yeah, good work on the ref. I think he acknowledged that Maltos wasn't going anywhere. We're going to see 2 more minutes of this. It was a good stoppage.
I wonder if that first round was kind of the back of the mind of Joe Ojeda, like probably should have been finished there anyways, but you're right, like why let him suffer more damage? It's an amateur fight. Juan Maltos still in a good mood. Like he understands what happens. He's not arguing that stoppage by any means either. All right, let's go inside, make this official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joel Ojeda calls for a stop to the action. 40 seconds into round number 2, declaring a winner by TKO, Sean Cantu.
Congratulations to Sean Cantu, first official win in front of the hometown crowd. Memorable moment. Hopefully we'll see him again. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Jonah Nope.
Time to get some big boys in here. Light heavyweight division showdown, Jonah Nope.
Yeah, we do not get to see the light heavyweights often at all, not as pros, but especially not as amateurs. One thing I like about light heavyweights is they're big, but they're usually in good shape. Heavyweights can be big and in good shape, but heavyweights can also be big and not in good shape. But you almost never see an out-of-shape light heavyweight.
Yeah, and in this case, both of them are both gigantic, both big guys. You know, on the call this morning with Rich Burmaster, the matchmaker, he was like, these might be the two biggest light heavyweights I've ever matched up, the most intimidating light heavyweights I've ever matched up against each other as amateurs. So, two very big guys. You know, both guys look like killers. Our buddy Andrew Craig over there in the corner.
Andy Craig got to be one of the coolest dudes in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always fun to be around. Shout out to Andy Craig, one of the true pioneers of Houston MMA. First guy to get signed to the UFC alongside Daniel Pineda, who's fighting tomorrow night.
Nice. Yeah, Andrew Craig, that whole 10th Planet team down there in Austin, where Andrew trains now. Unbelievable guys. Zach Moore, Curtis Hembrov, Gabe Tuttle, all those guys. Hopefully we'll see them in the crowd here tonight.
All right, let's go inside to meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Miguel Ochoa.
Miguel Ochoa, get ready for a show. We saw him last time we were in San Antonio earlier this year in January. The mustache, we remember, but he also just moves forward.
He had the crazy eyes. He was wide-eyed the whole
Never
fight.
blinked.
It was awesome. He was like in wonderment of his own fight. It was excellent.
Same way right now, like he's psyching me out.
Yeah, we talked about this. This dude looks like a straight serial killer. I mean, the last time we saw him fight, that's all we could talk about. That's all we could look at. We were mesmerized by how mesmerized he was by the fight because he never blinked. Also a big guy. You know, this dude is a silent killer, man. He's always has those wide eyes and always moving forward and can take a punch like very few men I've ever seen.
You see Anthony Ivey in his corner. Shout out to Ivey, who got a victory in his last outing at Cowboys for Fury in San Antonio just a few months ago.
Miguel training out of Ambush Muay Thai here in San Antonio. Miguel also coming off that win against Ray Craddock. How you doing, Anthony? Good to see you. He got his opponent so bloody that Eric Garcia and Wayne had to back up. That was that fight. Remember that? And they had to actually take a step back because there's so much blood flying. Let's go inside for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Light Heavyweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 204.4 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas. Tonight, he looks for his first win as an amateur. This is Jonah North. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, and he weighed in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. This is Miguel Ochoa. Your referee in charge, Frank Colazzo.
Our tail of the tape brought to you by OnlyFans. You see that slight height advantage and reach advantage for Miguel Ochoa. And also steroid advantage. A big heavy kick to start for Jonah. The blue gloves for Knopf and red for Ochoa.
I mean, both guys are big. Jonah looks like an athlete. I mean, technically tackles him with a beautiful double leg. Talk about running your feet. One of the best things you can do on singles, doubles, and high Cs is once you get in position, just run your feet.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would call that a double leg, Alex. That was a tackle drill.
Yeah, it's how you take down a gunman.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. Use it.
Nice punches as well from Jonah. Oh, hold on.
I think there's a little bit of an eye poke, maybe.
See what Frank Colazzo is looking at. Yeah. Everything is good, making sure.
Oh, he's
Head
warming
down.
for the knees, yeah.
I can't believe he's asking Ochoa if he's okay. I can answer that from here.
Yeah.
Of course he's
Miguel,
okay.
Not phased at all.
No.
Good little punch exchange for the guys.
Ooh, man.
Oh. Jonah Nove landed some big punches now.
You can tell when guys have a really good athletic base when they throw punches and don't really lose position. something I work on with my coaches, like maintaining good form whilst fatigued. Be curious to see or hear what Jonah did prior to fighting. Dude's definitely an athlete.
Oh, now that left arm creeping in a little bit. Trying to apply some pressure is Jonah.
So, man, Jonah's got the chin strap. Chose not to guillotine and crossface instead, and then punch an underhook.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, it's his left arm that he had the guillotine on, and, you know, if he's right-handed, sometimes, Alex, that can be, you know, your not so strong side. So even though it's underneath the chin, you're thinking, I don't know about this side.
Yeah.
If it was the other side, for sure we'd dive for it, but.
I think one of the best signs of, like, when you're in shape is that shoulder veins, when they start popping out,
yeah.
like you're about that life. And you can see that right now in Jonah.
Oh, big uppercut there, Jonah. Ochoa, he deals with chaos and punches so well.
Yeah, you can see he never stops moving forward. And
that kick slip. Oh,
good up
big
kick.
up kicks.
And Ochoa just came with a haymaker and tried to end this fight just now.
That was like the first time where we've seen him kind of just crack, right? Because that was, I mean, he came with some attitude on that one, and it wasn't as poised as he usually is. So I wonder if that bothered him a little bit. Big body shots from the top for Ochoa. Man, what a good first round. That was entertaining.
He's some big guys, man.
Yeah, these guys are causing some damage to this cage right now because, man, two big guys, two athletic guys going at it. Here's that big linebacker tackle here. Oh, man. He left his feet going 4 feet. Landing the big punch there, nice uppercut. And then here we go, Ochoa. Here's that up kick, good up kick. And then Ochoa comes with this, big hammer fist right to the gut. Very entertaining first round for both fighters. A little tough to call. I think No probably won the first round, but No Ochoa did end up on top for to finish the round.
See what adjustments Miguel Ochoa is going to make. It's a really good round for Jonah. Oh, man.
Oh, front kicked him in the face.
Oh, they are banging inside.
This just brought it out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Two big guys right there. I mean, hitting the mat. That made this whole venue shake.
Man, now Ochoa he's got a good little chin strap, but man, just the amount of force that came down on his sternum with Jonah's shoulder.
Into the mount goes Jonah.
Now, going to mount in a front headlock can get you reversed. He's got to clear that hand, and he did it. Jonah's in a good spot. Jonah needs to rotate and get Ochoa's feet away from the cage.
Yeah, Jonah losing the mount there, but right into half guard. Still on top. Again, got that left arm guillotine in there. Interesting to see if that's a strong side. Because both times he's chosen to let go of it, Alex.
Man, I'd kill for a guillotine opportunity like that in a fight. Nice, good run on the feet again.
Just when you thought Miguel was going to be out of it and just took on a huge slam, things are looking a little bit better for the assassin. I don't want to call him a serial killer. Like, we need an assassin. Something better. Oh, man.
See Jonah's fading a little bit. The muscle mass does come at a cost.
Yep.
His oxygen.
Yeah, he is definitely exhausted. And Ochoa is just allowing him to carry his weight. You see, he's just kind of throwing his body on him, making himself heavy. Is Ochoa going to come back and win this fight?
Oh, my God, Ochoa.
Ochoa's a little bit too far squarely over his back. I'd like to see him rotate just a little bit. You see, he's going to get dumped over. Man, he just needed to rotate a quarter of the way around his body, and he is in a great punching position from there. You can see Nope wants to pull that head down into that knee again. He almost landed an illegal punch. Ooh, nice uppercut there.
Can we, on the fly, make this a pro fight, please, so we get a couple more minutes? Because this is awesome, and both of these guys are looking great for amateurs.
Man, I don't know if they could go another 2 minutes in the round right now. I think we may witness two people just quitting right at 4 minutes if we decided to go 2 more.
Ochoa can take a punch, huh?
Yeah, he can.
Man, he just never stops moving forward.
5 seconds left. One thing about Ochoa, I will say, when he loads up, it's a lot of wasted movement.
Yeah, man. One thing with Jonah, he shot a lot that round, and it's such a weird psychological kind of puzzle, because when you're tired, sometimes you want to shoot more, it makes you more tired. And you can tell Jonah's kind of taking some desperation shots. Yeah, I think he's just burning his gas tank.
That first big shot, Alex, Ochoa left room for about 10 seconds. And when he came back and hit him again. They tangled up, get this big double leg right there. I don't know how that didn't break any ribs from Ochoa. But Ochoa just keeps moving forward. These uppercuts are landing right square on the chin, Alex. And he just keeps moving forward. Jonah Nope is exhausted.
All right, we get a third round. Did not expect that after that pace in the second round, but here we are, and we'll see if Jonah Nope or Miguel Ochoa can get a finish in their second fights as amateurs.
Ooh. I mean, anyone's going to go down at any moment if these guys stand here and trade punches. They're all offense.
Yeah, I'm kind of, we're not talking right now because I'm kind of holding my breath because, I mean, you see Jonah land a few punches and Ochoa just comes with the club right away.
Yeah, that power is losing for Jonah.
Man, props to Jonah. He's got a crafty striking arsenal. I threw a question mark kick earlier in this round, a spinning back fist. Honestly, though, what's going to give him the most damage and success is like basic boxing. 1s and 2s.
Yeah, and in this position, Alex, it'd be nice to see, one of them going to the body. I mean, one of those body punches, whenever you're this exhausted, can be the difference in the fight. It can cause you to run. It can cause you to, go straight down and just start covering, which is what one of these guys probably need, is the other one to do if they're going to win this at this pace.
Nice. So Ochoa used a little high C entry to catch a body lock to the back. One of my favorite wrestling to jiu-jitsu position entries is that high C entry, the high crotch to the rear body lock.
Ooh, now there's some power coming from Ochoa. What was did you guys see that Miguel was asking Frank Collazo something?
Yeah, I think Jonah may have been grabbing his gloves. Okay. I mean, it's what makes most sense here.
Okay.
Hey, nice little takedown there from Jonah, just kind of like a seated trip. Hybrid, kind of on-the-fly takedown.
Yeah, he fed himself getting wrapped up, and he kind of had that body lock tight.
Man, Jonah uses the front headlock, but for takedown defense and for sweeps. He had a couple good guillotine opportunities.
You hear the San Antonio crowd trying to urge on their hometown fighter, Miguel Ochoa.
If Jonah gets a reversal from here, he had to have wrestled, because these grips are only wrestling grips. Yeah, it didn't work out. He's mounted now with an arm pin. And Ochoa needs to get nuts here. I mean, he's in a good position to do damage. He's getting hammer fisted.
Folks, this is our third amateur fight. I'm just going to tell you, that's the kind of energy we're going to be having here tonight in San Antonio. A whirlwind of a finish here. Wow.
This canvas is going to be a mess by the end of the night. A good fight for those guys. That was an entertaining one.
Time to circle both of these names because those are two guys we're going to be watching for. Look at our round 3 highlights. Just moving forward. A great start to the 3rd round. It was all Ochoa at the end. How do you guys have this scored unofficially?
I don't know.
I think maybe it's 2 rounds to 1. Jonah Note. I don't know. It could be 2 rounds to 1 either guy, but I'm going to go with Jonah Note just because I think he landed the better punches. I think he did the most damage in round 1, of course. I think he definitely won round 1. Yeah, and even whenever he got in trouble, you know, he was able to skirt damage. You know, it's really hard to tell because both guys are exhausted, like exactly how much damage they did. So, but Miguel Ochoa constantly moving forward. I want to see him on every Fury fight card.
All right, let's see how the judges scored it. Wayne is inside. Take it away, Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision brought to you by HKA USA. Judge Ray Campos scores the fight 29-28, Ochoa. Judge Ursula Perez scores the fight 29-28, Noth. And Judge Gino Garcia scores the fight 29-28, declaring her winner by split decision, Miguel Ochoa.
Yeah. Very close fight. You know, I'm glad to see Miguel Ochoa come in there and get a win. That's a very tough opponent. In Jonah Note that he's gone against today. Good athlete. Can't wait to hope to see him in there again.
Absolutely, man. That was a lot of fun. Good way to get us going. Again, the crowd it's hot tonight. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner for your next fight, Cedric Hill.
Let's get some featherweights inside. Cedric Hill, 0-1 in his young career. Made his debut in November of last year. Lost to BJ Singh in round 1. Good opportunity for Cedric Hill to get some more cage time. Training here in San Antonio. CP's Brad, Athlete's Brad High.
Yeah, he's got a big frame for a featherweight. 6 foot tall, 75-inch reach. It's a long reach. We saw those 2 line evolutions just a second ago. 75-inch reach, 76-inch reach. This guy's a 145er. Same span. We'll see if we can use that advantage. He's a fair amount taller than his opponent, who we'll see here in just a second.
Yeah, looking at him over there in the circle, you can see if he stretches his fingers touch his knees, plus standing straight up. He's got very, very long arms for a guy in this weight class.
Cedric Hill, a 28-year-old. You would probably think 28 as an amateur he's probably the oldest one, right? Wait 1 second, we'll meet his opponent here.
Please welcome to the red corner, Justin Westenfelder.
Justin Westenfelder, the 36-year-old, making his amateur debut.
Scratching this one off the bucket list. That's cool, man. That's fun, especially if you train hard and take your training serious. It's a great way. I mean, this is the best way. Really the only way to test yourself at the highest level of martial arts. You know, as an older guy who doesn't have, you know, any previous fights.
Hometown kid is Justin. I can call him kid. I'm older than him. I just wanted to make that clear. I am older by a year and plus, so I get to call him kid.
Let's not talk about his age here, Real.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to be his father's young friend.
Training out of San Antonio, but is a Southside native hometown. San Antonio, so 2 San Antonio fighters going at it. That's going to be a story of the night as well. We look at our tail of the tape brought to you by Private Label. Both y'all mentioned that reach for Cedric Hill came in at 75 inches. Trust us on that one, and 6 foot. Featherweight division. Let's get our official introductions. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Private Label is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in officially at 144.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Tonight, he looks for his first win as an amateur. This is Cedric Hill. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 143.2 pounds. Fighting out of the south side of San Antonio, Texas. Tonight, he makes his amateur debut. This is Master W, Justin Westenfelder. Your referee in charge, Nick Gonzalez.
The Ghost getting his first assignment.
Muay Thai versus Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu guy throws a hard low kick. It's his first fight. You can tell he's excited.
He definitely has that first fight movement. Cedric Hill a little bit more calm right now. Having already fought once.
Yeah, it's interesting there, Justin, is you know, when he throws those kicks, Alex, you see those hands go straight to the floor. It'll be interesting to see how Cedric Hill responds to that later in the fight.
So Cedric going to plant his feet and just nuke a straight right.
Yeah.
As soon as Master W throws a kick. And it was actually Cedric who initiated that clinch. And now I'm only assuming, but I would imagine the House of Jiu-Jitsu fighter is going to try to do some Jiu-Jitsu, and I'd imagine the Pete Spratt Muay Thai fighter is going to try to do some Muay Thai. But you never know.
Yeah, sometimes this happens, Alex, where people think, you know, he's a Jiu-Jitsu guy. Well, my Jiu-Jitsu is better, even though I'm a Muay Thai guy. And they try to get their ego involved in the fight.
Yeah, I might own and operate a Gracie Muhammad. I prefer to stand and box in my fights, so never tell.
Well, I happen to know Alex Moreno's Jiu-Jitsu is pretty good. So.
Switching stances here for a second.
It's almost like he's an actor in playing a fighter in a.
A lot of kicks from both guys.
All right, now we go to the ground.
So that's where the frame difference, I believe, played a big role. I mean, Cedric was able to just kind of like, you know, use his size to negate that body lock takedown. It was a good takedown there from Master W, but he didn't stay on top for any time at all. You know, one thing I like to see Cedric do is use his jab, you know, find his cross, but really use the jab and just start to measure the range and reaction of his opponent. So both guys are just kicking a lot, kicking and clinching a lot. Makes kind of a weird fight.
Yeah, Justin with the great hair. Doing pretty good so far, throwing some spinning kicks.
If anything, the activity of Master W, Justin, is winning in this round.
He is moving forward. He is throwing a lot.
Shin high and hands down, but he's making it work.
Yeah, he is fearless when it comes to his attack because he is running him down, chasing him.
He's also fighting at a debut's pace.
Yeah.
This is hard to sustain for 9 minutes.
Oh,
he's dropped the right hand.
There, is that it?
And that's it.
I think he was in, yeah.
Waiting for the bell. Yeah, that was good. That was good. The ref did his job. He didn't stop anything until that bell rang.
Yeah, very, very close. I couldn't tell if the fight was over or if this is round 2 coming up, but
you see Master W is pretty busted up. Right hand did some damage. It's funny, I mean, he had that round locked until the last 2 seconds, and then I think Cedric actually wins that round.
It looks like Alex Master W may have had some stitches recently. Look at his right eye. You can see where the stitches look like they just came out.
Oh, yeah. There's that right hand.
That's that long reach, Alex. And you see Master W look right at the referee like, hey, what are we doing here?
Actually, a nice high kick there from Master W.
See right there, see this, it looks like he had stitches very recently.
That's as fresh, hey, that is as fresh as a cut gets. That's healed up. I mean, it's not open. Oh, man, that's a good cut. That was like a headbutt training cut.
Oh, yeah, it definitely passed the test, but you can tell it's not old at all.
Good eye, Michael.
I mean, you can even see the suture in like entry points. That was a gnarly cut. Oh, that was a good check. Didn't stop him from the kick again.
Doesn't look like an actor now, huh, Michael?
No, he doesn't.
Man, his striking style is very traditional. Oh, as he gets dropped by Cedric again. What? Oh, that's under the chin. I mean, Cedric looks to just square up.
A very unorthodox style from Master W here. Justin in a little bit of trouble here. Cedric Hill on top. He's trying to hold his posture down. He's using a lot of strength here, Alex, and Cedric just kind of letting him pull on him because he knows that's temporary. That does not last forever.
Yeah, positionally, Master W's all over the place.
Uh-oh, that is in, and that is probably going to be enough.
Oh, there we go.
No.
There we go.
Master W survives.
Fundamental rear naked choke defense really paying off. Oh, he's back in. He's got to fight the top hand now. I mean, he's got to fight that top hand.
Uh-oh. Is that squeeze going to be enough? No, good defense again.
Oh, look at the blood just pouring out of the nose.
Hey man, props to Master Dubs. He's as tough as they come.
Yeah, man.
He could have been out of that fight, and then no one would have given him any grief. But he chooses to stay in here through this adversity and try to give himself another chance to win.
Survived 2 big attempts. Oh, he's choking now.
Look at this.
He is back up, ready to fight.
And he's throwing hands.
I think you made him mad, Cedric Hill. Here we go.
Wow.
Master W and he's just bleeding all over his opponent as he looks for ground and pound. Cedric recovering half guard.
Wow.
Cedric's as confused as we are.
Yeah.
And man, he's bleeding. That nose is bleeding. Awesome. What a comeback from Master W.
Oh, wow.
And Justin Westenfelder. Wow.
Yeah, can he come back and win this fight? He's got 30 seconds left, a little over 30 seconds left in this round.
That was like
he is on top.
That was a head and arm throw. I mean, that was like man, that was crazy. That was all heart.
That was brute strength and heart. That's all that was. And oh my God, he's got a guillotine here.
No way.
That's a classic guillotine. That's a good guillotine. He needs a little lower body control. Oh, slipped on his own blood.
What an impressive round. What just happened?
I mean, these guys are getting fight of the night so far. That was excellent.
Man.
I don't know about y'all, but I can smell the blood.
Oh, yeah.
You can smell it right now.
Nose blood also has a different, like, viscosity to it. I mean, yeah, there's no... You know nose blood when you see it. It's because it's got more than just blood in there.
Yeah, you can lube a car engine with as much blood as in that ring right now. But Cedric Hill with a rear naked choke position for most of this round. You see the blood just pouring out of the face of Master W. There's that belly-to-belly body lock throw, and then straight to the mount. He had an armbar right there if he would have taken it.
Now Master W went for blood.
Yeah, and then Cedric is like, what is this machine that I'm pissed off? Because Master W comes back.
Does Master W win round 2? I mean,
I think so.
If not on the judges' cards, at least in our hearts.
Oh, man.
All right, we'll see. The blood has stopped but I don't know. It might just take one more connect to get that blood going again.
I mean,
Yeah, Justin comes out, immediately lands a head kick. Not a lot behind it, but it did land.
he had to have done some sort of traditional martial arts in his day. I mean, he's not thrown any jabs, all high kicks and brawling. His side kick, it just takes so much energy. Cedric looking for that right hand again.
At first, Michael, I thought it was the stitches that opened up when the blood just started gushing out everywhere.
His nose.
Yeah, but it was the nose, of course.
It's gross, too.
Yeah, man, he was just clearing the mechanism. He's good.
Yeah. Trying to get that breath. Not backing down an inch. Massive W.
Oh, ate it right hand, right on the chin, and again.
Yeah, I feel like if Cedric just got active with his punches and just started throwing some 5, 6, 7 punch combinations, I just feel like it would be too much for Justin. But, I mean, we also thought that he was going to finish those rear naked chokes in the last round.
There's a nice body shot there from Cedric.
Cedric teeing off there, misses. Just past the halfway mark of our final round.
Cedric relaxing a little bit in his strikes now and trying to keep the distance. Does not want to close the distance again. He does not want to get in that body lock position again. He does not want to get into a position where he's got to grapple with Justin.
Justin, let's go for the body lock. We need to get in close.
Good check there from Cedric. Man, Captain W, Master W, he's gonna be banged up after this fight. In his shins, in his feet, in his face.
And he is gonna look the part of a fighter afterwards.
Get to the cage! March to the cage! Go! Get on him! He's giving it to you. Let's go! Break the leg!
The best part about Justin, still seems like he's having the time of his life inside, right?
Absolutely. Oh, good shot. Can he finish? Hold bottom half guard. It's bold.
Create space. You just stand back up.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was going for that body lock throw again or if he just pulled guard.
I think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I think only part of that was on purpose.
Man, what a fun fight. I mean, that awesome. Round 2 was maybe the best round of amateur movie I've ever seen in my life. Congratulations to both these guys. I'm pretty sure Cedric's going to win a decision. But man, if Master W was just looking to get some cage experience in life, I mean, he got it. That was great.
I don't even want him to announce the winner. I just want both of them to leave right now, so I don't have to say one over the other. That was awesome.
That's what it's about, man, the heart.
Yeah, I tell my guys all the time, like, why do we do this? And they're like, to train hard, to be the best. I'm like, no, it's to have fun, guys. If you're not having fun, then stop doing this. It is truly to have fun. Now, not every aspect is the most fun. If you're getting, round robin and Shark Tank, it's tough. Fights get tough, but we ultimately do it because we enjoy martial arts. And what we watched was 2 guys enjoying martial arts.
That was so much fun. And that was only our 4th fight of the evening. We thought the last fight was our fight of the night in a moment. And it's just going to continue. I'm telling you, this is going to be a card to remember. There's just an energy in the building.
Yeah, there is, especially as this building starts to fill up.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy, and these fans are getting their money's worth today.
All right, let's see how the judges scored this fight. Here is Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision, brought to you by HKA USA. Judge Ruben Carrion scores the fight 29-28, Hill. Judge Ray Campos scores the fight 29-28, Westenfelder. And Judge Gino Garcia scores the fight 30-27, declaring your winner by by split decision, Cedric Hill.
Man, Alex, you can see the look on Cedric's face that if he lost this fight, we might have lost him tonight.
Man, so like Captain W, Master W gets round 2. Wow. But that's it. No knock, but that's it. The judges got to get on their A game tonight.
All right, let's meet our next fighter in just one. Looks like we're going to get a few words here. Wait.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Chris Harper.
Time for some lightweights. Chris Harper, second time fighting for Fury FC as an amateur, coming off that loss to Hunter Williams, who's going to be fighting next, by the way. He got caught in multiple triangles. He finally got tapped. But Chris Harper comes out to throw. Y'all remember last time we saw him in January as well here in San Antonio? He just came out.
Yeah, he does throw down.
Yeah, Chris Harper is the guy who likes to perform. As a matter of fact, you know, whenever before the fight started, you'll see the fighters kind of coming into the cage, getting used to the cage, testing their back against the cage. This dude was out here glad-handing with the fans. He was talking to people, taking pictures. This dude loves the MMA scene. He loves to be here.
The 29-year-old fighting out of Kerrville, Hill Country Fight Club. Looking to get his first win as an amateur. Let's go inside to Wayne to meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Ethan Perales.
Ethan Perales making his debut. Training at John's gym. Fighting out of Lago Vista, Texas, one of the most beautiful places in Texas.
Man, I've not heard this as a walkout song in some time. Yeah. It's a classic one from back in the day.
Yeah, every time I hear this song, it reminds me, y'all gonna laugh at me, I'm aging myself again. But this is from the movie Major League when Charlie Sheen used to walk out. And then I remember after that movie came out, everybody had that haircut with the buzz in the back and the lines and the arrows in it. It was awesome.
Including you, right? You had it.
No, I had the Brian Bosworth cut until I was about 20 years old. So.
Like the Boz.
This coach had kind of a cool little like gesture, handshake, bow-in connection there. That was cool to see. I don't see it very often.
I will say, if you are an amateur making your debut, make sure you have an Instagram so we can crawl it. I crawl it, at least get information. I couldn't find anything on Ethan. So I apologize for Ethan's family if you're watching. Tell him to up his Instagram game.
Yeah, it's very important that you tell us what you want us to say on here. There's nothing on you.
Let's go inside for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Lightweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in officially at 154.6 pounds. Fighting out of Kerrville, Texas, tonight he looks for his first win as an amateur. This is Chris Harper. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in at 154.2 pounds. Fighting out of Lago Vista, Texas, tonight he makes his amateur debut. This is Controlled Chaos, Ethan Perales. Your referee in charge, Joel Ojeda.
Our quick tale of the tape, Howler Head Whiskey sponsoring this one, the 29-year-old Chris Harper with the height advantage, but loses on the reach to Ethan Perales. Blue gloves there for Harper. Red for Perales.
Man, he's landed 4 out of 4 really good punches.
Oh! How is Harper standing?
Man.
I don't know, but they don't seem to have an effect on Harper at all.
Big knee there from Harper.
That was as flush of a punch that I've ever seen, and Harper's like, okay, whatever.
And it was not the first one. Another big overhand.
Oh.
I'll tell you, Ethan's a little small for the weight class, but I mean, he landed well. He's got great technique.
Good head movement for Ethan. He is loading up. Controlled chaos.
Yeah, he is throwing those overhands right over the punches of Chris Harper and landing at will. So every time Harper throws a punch, he throws an overhand right over the top of that punch.
That's 3 good low kicks too, man. Ethan's sharp. I mean, he's got good movement, good range awareness. Good timing on when he lets go on his strikes.
Hey, that was a beautiful counter punch there from Controlled Chaos, Ethan Perales.
And I wonder if he's got some boxing background.
Yeah,
oh, here we go. Chris Harper lands big there, is now on top, and he's a square up and get into a good punching position. He's trying to trap that arm.
He's got it. I don't think he knew he had him in a scarf hold. I don't think he really knew much about that position because he didn't try to flatten him.
Yeah, that's a position you can push all the air out of someone if you want them to die.
I mean, it's a position for pinning. It's got its weaknesses if they can angle, which Ethan did, but I'd be curious to see the replay on what dropped Ethan, because he got rocked and then he got dropped as he seamlessly moves into mount here on Harper.
That's 50 seconds to work. Now the back, the right arm creeping in.
Harper trying to reverse, but gets mounted again. Nice.
Good timing.
Ethan looking for a triangle. Harper did a good job tying up the arm. Oh, good arm bar. That's deep. This is a good arm bar.
Yeah, very
That's a really
nice.
good
That's
arm
tight.
bar.
That's tight.
That was a tap. Was that a tap? It looked like
that. Looked like a tap.
He even signaled the ref that I did not tap. Give me a wave. I think his hand like hit him in the leg. As Harper kind of goes for a rear naked choke of himself. He's totally out of position. It's good he acknowledges that.
10 seconds left. Trying to leave a lasting impression as we hear the bell. I thought that was a tap, but you're right. It could have just been,
Man, good. I mean, a wild first round. So much action all around. Let's see the highlights. We're going to see Ethan landing some bombs on Harper. There's one first punch of the fight. But Harper does rock and drop Ethan.
Look at this one coming up.
Yeah. Oh, it was a high kick. It was a high kick that rocked him. No way. And then an uppercut blocked, but still. Residual impact through the guard.
Yeah, it was good on Ethan Perales for staying, keeping his wits about him during that time because, I mean, he was definitely stunned, but so was Harper a couple times. Those first few punches that landed, they froze Harper, and, Perales, again, would land another punch, but Harper just keeps coming forward. Nice exchange there. I don't know who won that first round. I'm not even trying to guess.
The fans. We won.
I mean, Ethan landed more, but Harper dropped him.
All right, let's see how this second round goes. Man, this is some high-level MMA. Back-to-back-to-back fights with guys just one fight and debuts.
I don't think either guy's going to shoot. The only reason they grabbed last time is one of them got dropped. These guys seem to be content to just stand and bang it out, which is fun for everybody.
He's dropping his hands. He drops his hands before he throws. Yeah, don't drop your hands, man.
And the acoustics in this building are nice, too. We can hear everything right now.
Hey, nice left hand there from Ethan, and a good body shot.
Wow.
That hurt him. That body shot dropped him. Harper's feeling every bit of that liver shot. Gave a little battle cry.
Yeah, you see.
Literally breathing it out.
Oh, man. Ethan Perales.
Oh, these are good shots. He's got him in a topside crucifix.
Oh, it's a
Amazing.
terrible spot.
Harper's got to explode out of here now. He's got to explode out of here now and not let Ethan settle. They're going to stop this fight in a few more punches. I mean, Harper's got to literally freak out of here. That is how you get out of these positions.
Yeah, he's in a good spot on the
That's
cage
it.
there.
That is enough for the win. A debut win for Controlled Chaos. Ethan Perales. What a performance for the amateur.
Yeah, what a debut, Alex. To go through some adversity, to land some big punches, go through some adversity, almost lose the fight, and then come back to win it like that. Beautiful performance by Ethan Perales.
And he dropped him with the body shot. I mean, I'm telling you, we'll see that in the replay in just a second. He laid some good strikes upstairs. Good left hook. Watch right, bang, right there, right on the liver. Lead hook, right on the right side of Harper's body, right on his liver. Topside crucifix. And I know it was not, I'm gonna say anticlimactic stoppage because Harper was moving, but he was not getting after. He already tried to explode out twice. That was good identification from the ref to mitigate some damage to Harper.
That was a fun fight and a really cool performance for Ethan, who overcame some bad moments and delivered some memorable moments as well. Gets the win in his debut. Our first fighter from Lago Vista. All right, let's make this thing official. Wayne is inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joel Ojeda calls for a stop to the action. 1 minute, 14 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO, Controlled Chaos, Ethan Perales.
Wow, what a fight. And these last 3 fights. Oh, wild.
Hey, and we still have 2 title fights coming up in our amateur divisions. So get ready for that. We've got the bantamweight title for the women and the flyweight title coming up for the men as well. But let's go inside and meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Jesse James Robles.
Jesse James Robles making his debut, the 21-year-old. Fighting out of Uvalde, Texas. Castano BJJ, Tree City Boxing, where he's training.
Jesse Robles, get you an Instagram. Put something on it.
Here's the other thing I was going to say. If you have a common name, like you search your name and multiple, let's say Jesse Robles come up, put an MMA on there so we know it's you.
Yeah, you gotta do something. We want things to be able to talk about. We want to tell your fans hello.
Yeah, or shoot us a message. You can always find us.
Sure.
Please welcome to the red corner, Hunter Williams.
Hunter Williams, Baby Shark. I know it's stuck in your head just by me saying it. Trying to get his second win, made his debut, and actually beat Chris Harper, who we just saw in January here in San Antonio. Got the triangle in round 3. Should have had it in round 1, honestly, but just couldn't get the tap. Had it multiple times. Finally got the angle right, got the win. Now searching for win number 2 is Hunter Williams.
Yeah, Baby Shark, most viewed video in YouTube history. Well over 1 billion. Number 1. I know, it's the most bizarre thing.
More than Gangnam Style?
Much more, yeah. Yeah,
That's
much
crazy.
more. And the billions, I mean, it really is outrageous.
What are we talking about? Baby Shark is this dude or Baby Shark?
No,
The song.
So Baby Shark, the song.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, you make a catchy song for children and become very rich.
Yeah.
Or you can do a ring interview with someone that tells you they have herpes.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll get you 250 million.
Our Tale to Tell brought to you by Sheath Underwear. You see the height advantage for Hunter Williams, even on the reach. The 23-year-old Hunter Williams trying to get that second win. Let's go inside for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Sheath Underwear, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 141.8 pounds. Fighting out of Uvalde, Texas, tonight he makes his amateur debut. This is Jesse James Robles. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Marcos, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. This is Baby Shark, Hunter Williams. Your referee in charge, Frank Colazzo.
All right, Frank Colazzo gets the assignment. Blue gloves for Robles, red for Williams.
Yeah, Robles came in at 141. These guys are both not the biggest featherweights. But they're quick. You can see it. Oh! Baby Shark lands a monstrous right hand. I mean, on the chin. Robles is reacting well.
Man, he just threw Robles there.
Man, Robles,
a lot of strength.
Running off just young man's adrenaline, because that punch would have put anyone else down.
Robles with a nice takedown there.
That was a clean right hand.
Again, less than 2 fights. And pretty high level MMA for our amateurs. Just shows you the evolution of the sport. Oh, could have been a big mistake there.
Triangle, and he's got to figure 4 it. Baby Shark's got to figure 4 his legs. He should not try to adjust here. He needs to figure 4 first.
Can he get another triangle win?
He needs to get that figure 4 locked. And it's locked. Now it's an issue. Now this triangle's dangerous. If Robles can make it out of here, I'll be super surprised.
Yeah, good angle here.
Hail Mary slam.
The figure 4 is not quite locked in though, man. I don't know why it's not taught or pressed more. When you threaten triangles, lock that figure 4, secure the hold, and then adjust.
Especially in his last fight, Alex, where he had multiple opportunities to get the tap from the same position. That could have been some redemption there. He eventually did get it last time out against Harper, but still, that's one he'll think about again. Like, man, I had it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you keep making technical mistakes in triangles, but that's all you keep finishing people by.
Yeah. Big Williams back on the feet. I'd like to see his boxing again. Oh, another huge right hand into a knee.
Oh, almost walked into a...
He's dropped him. Good open guard work. And he's got a little control on the ankle. Man, I was working that feet on the hips, no guard de la Hiva with the kids for self-defense, saying there's value there. And Baby Shark did a good job, like using pretty modern open guard jiu-jitsu for self-defense. That was great.
Oh, wow. That was crazy.
He's got the triangle again.
Here he goes.
Figure 4, that lock. Please.
Yeah. Got 10 seconds to work with this.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be, that's a pure figure 4. That's a little bit better. Not enough time, but I say that.
Yeah, that's very tight.
Oh, and saved by the bell.
So Baby Shark take it from a guy whose best submissions is triangle. Get that figure 4 as soon as possible, and then adjust.
Take a look at round 1 highlights, and gentlemen, oh, look at that
Right on the chin. Nice up kick right there.
Yeah, caught him with the toes just a little bit. Nice little slam there for Robles. But again, Alex, that triangle, you know, even when the figure 4 is locked up, he's a little far down on his toes. You want those toes pointing straight up. You want it right in the pit of that foot. But man, he's so close to finishing this twice and not able to do it. Very, very, looks a lot like that other fight, that last fight with Cedric Hill.
And then Robles just drops him out of nowhere. A wayward right hook. Wow.
There's something in the water.
And it looked like Hunter was like playing hide and seek with him. Like he looked around the corner and walked right into that punch. It was kind of crazy. He kind of walked into that punch from Perales.
Busting a 180 and getting cracked on the half rotation.
All right, let's see if Hunter Williams can get a triangle submission. Michael, you're right, like making technical mistakes, but that is a submission he's going for every time. Like he is comfortable pulling it at least.
I mean, you can tell it's got to be his best move on the ground because he finds them so seamlessly.
Yeah, and probably once he gets there, you know, in the gym when nobody's punching you in the face, you can probably lock it up pretty easy. Nice takedown.
Nice little body lock. Dig that left side hook in. He's wedging it. And it's in. He's got full back control here.
Good punches.
Oh! Yeah, this is not good for Robles.
Grinding up against the chin of Robles is Williams. Not in deep just yet. Now we'll see. Good punches from Robles, trying to stay alive.
Robles taking a page out of the Michael Murphy exchange, rear naked choke escape.
He needs the hand fight, though. I mean, every choke's a little more dangerous than the last.
Body lock in tight for Williams.
Yeah, and Williams needs to go palm to palm, and he needs to stop trying to lock that up, you know, kind of hand to elbow immediately. He needs to go palm to palm and get that back. He's you know, see, it's really easy to defend whenever you try to do that choke that way. But again, you know, it's a good learning experience for an amateur. Okay. There you see it. There's he needs to be palm to palm around that.
See, that's where palm to palm would have been great. And then you can use the palm to palm grip to lace it into a figure 4.
Oh, for sure. I always go palm to palm first. I kind of pull that hand over the top, lay the hand over the shoulder, and then try to lace it through.
.45 seconds left in round 2. Can Williams find a submission here?
Man, Williams has really good grappling and then also makes some of the weirdest technical mistakes. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anybody who is so good at grappling, but making those little small technical mistakes like that, Alex.
Yeah, he's putting himself in great position for control and to finish. But again, that's also why this guy's an amateur, and this is where he gets to learn those lessons, you know, in real time in fights. I mean, this is a good little neck crank too, but he's just got to secure that lock. Much like the triangle, you just got to secure the connection point and then make for your adjustments. It also doesn't help that Robles is about as tough as they get.
Yeah. I think anybody else, this fight would be over. Hunter has found himself in good positions over and over. He's found himself on his back sometimes. Robles is just an unbelievable competitor. Nice takedown here right from the start of round 2. And then this is kind of the story of the fight, Alex. Hunter Williams on his back, trying to lock that up, making a couple technical mistakes. Robles, even though he's not able to get him off of his back, he knows enough that gate arm is exposed and he's got to pull it straight down. He's doing 2-on-1. He's doing everything else right, technically correct, to not get choked. Now, to escape from there and go into an offensive position, he hasn't been able to do that so far, but really tough dude there. Robles is very, very tough.
Almost identical fight here for Hunter Williams from his debut, where had multiple opportunities to get the win. Went to round 3, eventually got the tap of Harper. We'll see if he can replicate that, or can Robles pull out a win in his debut.
Oh, huge double leg.
Hunter stepped right over and tried to go to the mount. Wasn't able to keep it there, but he's there now.
Yeah, no real guard from Robles, I mean, at all.
Hunter maybe just smothering a little bit, maybe letting Robles expend some energy here. But once he gets those hands free, he's going to have the opportunity to kind of let go. Hunter still in the mount position. Robles not able to get out. This is one of those positions, Alex, you got to commit to getting out. You're not going to be able to get out and try to control the posture. It's just not going to be. It's just not going to happen. You have to use both hands to commit to getting out of this. Just knowing you're going to take a little bit of punishment, and then just be ready for what's next. Yeah,
and if you got the dexterity, can you like throw your legs in front of their chest and come out like the back or that weird leg escape? I've been mounted for about 2 seconds total in like 40 MMA fights, and like I was mounted and then instantly came out the back door. I wanted no business being in this position.
No, nothing good comes from the bottom guy whenever he's mounted, usually.
Unless you're Alexei Olenek,
yes,
and you feel like choking guys out for bottom mount every once in a while.
Jesse Robles trying his hardest, trying to explode out there with the walk and nothing doing. You want to see Hunter work a little bit more here.
Everhill, and what you have to do to get out of this position, just it goes against everything your body's telling you. You have to move your hands. You have to put them on, commit them to one part of his body, his knee or his hip. Get to your side and shrimp out of that position. You're going to take a punch. You just got to know it. But you got to be ready. It's got to be explosive. You got to be, it's got to be one movement.
And then to mitigate strikes, you can always spin and give your back up, and then in there, transition, try to escape. Kind of like this, exactly like that, except you got to hit the escape.
Yeah.
And not get stuck in the, we can lock up a triangle here.
Oh, if he would have let himself go the other way, I think he could have fed that leg through the triangle.
Figure four his legs and then just grab that arm and shoulder lock him. One of the worst shoulder locks. Bend the arm, grab the wrist, bend the elbow, and then just yank it and bridge your hips into the shoulder. It's right there.
Yeah, Alex, and there's an arm bar from there too, a crooked arm bar that's from this position also. Maybe not this position, but this is a terrible position for Robles. This is awful.
It's awful, and somehow he's surviving and still trying to throw punches as we get to the end of the fight. And how Robles survived all of those tough moments is just a credit to his character and heart.
Wow. Man, what a fight so far. Hunter Williams wanting nothing to do with the stand-up. He wanted to get this fight to the ground immediately in the third round. Was able to be dominant for most of the round. This is kind of the story of the third round here. Robles doing a good job of not taking a ton of damage, but getting himself in some very bad positions and just, not being able to have not having the technical skill yet as a young guy to be able to get out of those positions and understand what's next. But very entertaining, very good fight. Robles is very tough. I can't wait to see him again.
Just to let everybody know, we do have 4 more fights left, including 2 title fights. Joe Perez, Michael White for the flyweight title in our amateurs. And then Olivia Beerley taking on Alexis Apodaca for the bantamweight title. 2 women who are super tough. Those fights and more coming up. Let's go inside and see how the judges scored this.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision brought to you by HKA USA. All 3 judges score the fight 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Baby Shark, Hunter Williams.
Congratulations to Baby Shark. 2-0 record now as an amateur. Has a chance to go back, tighten a few things up, but a lot of promise for the young fighter. Let's go inside to weigh in to meet our next fighter.
Please Please welcome to the blue corner, Jonathan Torres.
Jonathan Torres making the walk to the Fury FC cage as an amateur for the first time. 1-1 record. Debuted in 2016. Won that fight. Didn't have another fight until 2023, where he lost via unanimous decision. So a big gap there, but now looks like he's back. Trying to get more cage time. Fighting out of New Braunfels, hometown of Odessa, Johnny Boy Torres. Another fighter for Hill Country Fight Club, by the way, San Marcos, New Braunfels. Few things better in Texas than going to San Marcos, enjoying the river.
I know, San Marcos. Yeah, in Green, Texas, that whole area.
Yeah.
Go to the grits mill, go to the oldest country bar in Texas, if you're into that kind of thing.
Love it. I love Central Texas. All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Alfredo Cisneros.
Alfredo Cisneros, first time fighting for Fury, made his debut in September of 2022, where he lost to Alex Bernal via strikes. He is out, ready to go. He is focused, but can't forget your stuff. Can't forget your corner.
Yeah, one of the rare times someone came down from the stairs with no shoes, no shirt, mouthpiece in, ready to go.
Just wants to fight. This Alfredo Cisneros did come in at 149 pounds. Did Alfredo Cisneros for this featherweight bout. On the other hand, Torres, 145.2. Is that right? Coming out to Michael Jackson, the rare Michael Jackson walkout song. All right, both fighters are inside, so let's get our official introductions. Here's Wayne and Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of New Braunfels, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, 1 loss. This is Jonathan Johnny Boy Torres. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 149.4 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, tonight he looks for his first amateur win. This is Alfredo Cisneros. Your referee in charge, Nick Gonzalez.
Blue gloves for Torres, red for Cisneros. Alfredo Cisneros coming out with a little aggression there. Looks like he was just going to come with a flurry, but decided to back down. Thank you to everyone watching on a Friday night. Fridays are better with Fury. We're going to be going live on UFC Fight Pass at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Fury FC 76. Shy Reds against Gianni Vasquez.
Torres going hard with those low kicks. He's landed like 6 good ones. Even threw a question mark kick, looking to set up a high kick, which is cool. A lot of pressure there from Cisneros.
Yeah, and if you're just now joining us tonight, you've missed an unbelievable undercard so far. We've seen just about everything tonight.
Guys are both landing pretty well. Nice little diggy deliver there from Torres.
I think Cisneros felt that body shot a little bit from Torres. He's kind of, you see him drop that elbow just a little bit.
Yeah, the right arm is down.
Cisneros corner, urging him to throw. Open it up just a little bit.
I'd like to see Torres go back to that low kick. Yeah, I mean, he's landed it a bunch.
Yeah, both these guys very effective exchanges so far in their striking. Looks like neither one of them have the desire to take this to the ground at all. Looks like a kickboxing match.
Oh, big punch there from Johnny Boy Torres.
Nice combo there. Torres. Little uppercut hook cross entry.
He has seen that combo nicely. Won't be shocked if he throws it again. 45 seconds left in round 1.
Alex, you're right. Those low kicks have been effective so far. Landed another one.
I mean, he's had to have landed, what, 10 good ones in a 3-minute round.
Oh.
Good hand placement from Alfredo.
Oh, nice work.
Yeah, Johnny Torres is landing at will right now.
Man, beautiful punching so far for Torres.
Yeah, and they have some pop on them. I mean, you can hear those hitting the head of Cisneros. I mean, they're loud punches.
Good jab there from Cisneros and good hand placement, but Torres just has his measuring down with his rear side strikes. That right hand, that low kick.
Good first round.
Yeah, nice striking for both guys. Johnny Torres landing the better combinations, and you know, a lot of leg kicks. But Cisneros landing some nice combinations. You see there that body shot maybe landed.
Cisneros hit some good jabs in that round. He had some good stiff jabs, but man, he's got his lead leg torn up. He got his lead side hit with the right hand a lot. That's pretty clearly a Torres round, like close and competitive. But Torres definitely threw and landed more and the more significant shots.
Yeah, Cisneros didn't do a bad job that time, but he did take a lot of damage to that front leg. We'll see how that affects him as it goes into the second round. But you got to think if he keeps that up, he's not going to be able to keep that very long. He's not checking him. He's not doing anything with him. He's just letting them land. He is throwing some punches and landing, you know, some whenever he's getting kicked, but man, it's just not something you can sustain for 3 rounds.
No, that will chip away sooner rather than later.
Cisneros getting a little more active here in the second round.
So Cisneros pressuring is a good strategy to try to mitigate the opportunity for low kicks.
Torres looks so comfortable with that pressure. Is just waiting for that perfect opening. Oh.
Good combo there from Torres.
Yeah, Alex, Torres throws some good boxing combos that you don't typically see out of amateur fighters. I mean, he's throwing 3, 4, 5 punch combinations and doing them smoothly.
Oh,
very
nice.
Foot sweep there from a caught kick. Cisneros' mouth guard popped out. Yeah, good work on the ref, man. Yeah. He just snuck it in there. I don't even think Cisneros noticed. No,
yeah, I think he stuck a tic-tac in there and put his mouthpiece back in.
Cisneros was like, wait, what is Torres doing to me? What kind of hand play is this?
I'll tell you guys, I know those mouth guards. Those are the old boiling bites in the package. Not very good.
No, we've talked about this before, Alex. If you're going to spend money on 2 things, if you're going to be a fighter, make it your mouthpiece and your cup.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't accidentally flip-flop the other. We haven't had any cup checks so far. We had a stretch there on broadcast where we saw some devastating ones, but nothing yet. And we hope that's the case tonight here in San Antonio at the Boeing Center Techport Arena. Beautiful new building. It is filling up in here as well. Good punches from the bottom for Cisneros. Tell you what, sorry, Alex.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, last year we went to some new buildings, and this is by far one of the best ones. In New Orleans, when we went there, Michael, that was a really cool venue. Edinburgh. We will be heading back to New Orleans, by the way, June 4th. So start training your liver now, Michael.
I know.
Going to be eating good out there. Alex, you going to be joining us for that? No fights coming up unofficially?
I actually got one booked in May.
Oh,
Just
okay.
waiting to announce it. Waiting for the contract.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking news. Once that is signed.
Alex Morono fighting John Jones. You heard it here.
Heavyweight title, I'll take it.
Yeah, hey, title fight we'll take. 10 seconds left.
Cisneros with a get up. It was about 2.5 minutes too late, but better late than never.
Hey, you know what? After the last 4 fights that we've had, we needed a round like that to just kind of regroup because it has been fireworks for the last hour or so. So thank you, gentlemen, for giving us a round to regroup, reset a little bit. Let's take a look at our round highlights.
Yeah, Jonathan Torres, again, superior boxing in here, but this time it was the ground game that was kind of the story of this round. Kept him on the ground, did some good damage from the ground. Cisneros was able to land a few from the bottom, but I just don't think those carry a lot of weight, Alex. I think it's got to be, you know, you don't want to try to make that your game plan if you're on the bottom is to try to land a few strikes. It's got to be something you got to get out of there. You got to get up to your feet.
Yeah, he hit a nice reversal, but again, it was right at the end of the round.
Check out this beautiful building. Still about an hour and 20 away from going live on UFC Fight Pass. 10 fights tonight on a Friday. Of course, we've got the UFC here this weekend as well. Tomorrow night it goes down. Oh, at the AT&T Center. And then Sunday, we're back in Houston for a Challenger Series. The Texas Zombie, Cody Owens, Michael, and Alex on the call.
Alex and I have got about 50 fights to call this weekend. Pretty pumped about it.
Oh, two good right hands there from Cisneros and 2 good left hooks. It's the first time he really found his range with the strikes. Made Torres shoot. He did not like getting those shots. Cisneros looking for a guillotine. And Cisneros has to get that right leg around. He has to get that right leg around or else his guillotine's not going to be worth anything.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is helping Torres if he keeps holding his head there, especially with this side up against the fence. Now Torres in top side half guard.
Those punches bloodied the nose of Torres up pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it is coming out now.
Oh, yeah, Torres is dripping now.
Just when we cleaned up the cage, we get a little bit more blood. It's only right that we christen the building correctly.
Yeah, Torres is now bleeding all over Cisneros.
Did you guys watch Luke Rockhold versus Paulo Costa?
No.
Luke Rockhold blew just the nastiest, bloodiest, snottiest nosebleed into Paulo Costa's face. It's worth watching if you guys are into really, really gross stuff.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I did see that.
It was rough, man. It was maybe the grossest thing we've seen in the octagon.
Hey, you can watch it on UFC Fight Pass. By the way, you can search by fighter name now, which I love. It helps so much with prep.
Cisneros throwing hammer fist to the body from bottom guard. Just that energy needs to go into a get up. And he was doing great. He was actually one of the better strikes this round.
Yeah, and he's actually kind of halfway out the side. If he would commit to kind of following through his arm, trying to get that underhook instead of the overhook. Now he's flat on his back.
Under 30 seconds left, final round. By the way, Fight Clock brought to you by OnlyFans. Make sure you subscribe to our Fury FC page on OnlyFans. We live streamed the weigh-ins yesterday. And every fight picture from tonight will be up there on OnlyFans. All right, go to the judge scorecards.
Good sportsmanship from those guys.
Yeah, very entertaining, very back and forth fight. Nice overhand right there with along with a trip from Torres. And then, like you said, Alex, Cisneros was landing really, really well there in that exchange. Once Cisneros got on the bottom, though, you know, again, it was just more of like what was in the second round. He's trying to land a few strikes from the bottom. Just not really effective. I think this is a pretty easy 30-27-5 for Torres.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Ten fights coming up on UFC Fight Pass at 8 p.m. Our main event, Gianni Vasquez against Edgar Chairez. Our co-main event, the Sea Goat Armis Guyton taking on Prime Time Isaac Moreno, who has never lost a fight from amateurs to his professional 5-0 start. And if that's not enough for you, we've got Nico Etcheverry returning, taking on Tedrick Macklin. Lawan Davis, Zach Borrego. Tommy Britton taking on Zach Reese, one of the fastest prospects, one of the hottest names right now. So much going on. All right, let's see how the judges scored this. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision brought to you by HKA USA. Judge Ray Campos scores the fight 29-28, Cisneros. Judge Gino Garcia scores the fight 30-27, Torres. And Judge Ursula Perez scores the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by split decision, Johnny Boy Jonathan Torres.
Congratulations to Johnny Torres. Johnny Boy gets another win, moves his record to 2-0.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see that it was a split decision, but I mean, anytime it goes to the judges' scorecards, I guess you got to be aware that that could happen.
Let's go inside to meet our next fighter. Here's Wayne.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Alexia Delgadillo.
Alexia Delgadillo. San Antonio, stand up. Fighting out of San Antonio, training at Unity Training Center, 2-0. The 29-year-old Alexia Delgadillo looking to continue her winning ways. Second time inside the Fury cage as an amateur. Had that really nice finish at Fury FC 73. Very technically sound, and her ground and pound is perfect.
Yeah, we heard from the matchmakers that they were really excited about this matchup. Really exciting matchup. You know, Alexia Delgadillo, we saw her last time, like you said, Raheel. Very exciting, very sharp, very technical. So, you know, always in good shape. Very small, though. Very, very small. You wouldn't believe how small she is from here. I mean, I don't know what she lifts herself at, but I mean, she's got to be 5 foot tall.
5'2". Here is Wayne.
Please welcome to the red corner, Alexandra Carlson.
Alexandra Carlson, 2-1 record, third time fighting for us as an amateur here at Fury FC. Coming off that loss to Via Gra at Challenger Series in October. A quick finish in round 2, but she is tough. Very similar to Alexia, by the way. Like when I went back and watched both fighters, they remind me of each other. So it's going to be a good matchup.
The clinch and grapple heavy.
Yeah. She gets bonus points walking out to Kanye.
Yeah, Alexandra had a tough draw in fighting Mia. I mean, you can tell they both had a big gap in experience, and Mia's style's tough for any girl. Mia really put it on her pretty quick. Yeah. And that was a good lesson for Alexandra to see like what kind of level you need to be at a higher level of amateurs for championship belts, and it'll motivate her to train hard and come back in here and fight again.
The crowd just cheering on Alexia Delgadillo. Even while Alexandra's walking out, our tail of the tape brought to you by Space City Collective. 5-2 for Alexia. The height advantage and reach advantage go to Alexandra Carlson, a 27-year-old. Both fighters did make weight for this flyweight showdown. Here's Wade.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, and she weighed in at 124.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, she's undefeated as an amateur with a record of 2 wins, no losses. This is La Patrona, Alexia Delgadillo. And introducing her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 5 inches tall, and she weighed in at 122.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of La Crosse, Wisconsin, she holds an amateur record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Alexandra Carlson. Your referee in charge, Joel Ojeda.
The bearded ref, Joel Ojeda, gets the assignment. First women's fight of the night. Also, first Wisconsin fighter for Fury. And immediately, Delgadillo on the attack.
Yeah, I'm going to challenge Delgadillo on that 5'2". I think she's 5 foot.
Yeah, she was able to just kind of pressure forward while Alexandra was throwing a kick. Knocked her off balance, scored her early takedown. They're fresh, they're dry.
Yeah, Delgadillo is a savage, too. I mean, she immediately pounced on her, kind of aggressively moving forward, got her up against the cage, got her down to the mat, and now here we are, putting constant pressure, that shoulder pressure to the face.
Trying to sneak that right leg. So technical. She's almost like San Antonio Mia Gra.
She get that right knee out. Hey, nice little swoop there from Alexandra.
Carlson's got to be careful here from this position. Although the legs are very short of Alexia Delgadillo. You don't want to get caught with one of those up kicks. Now on the half guard here on the top.
Good switch of momentum from Carlson. Trying to sneak that left arm in.
Decent guillotine position.
Yeah,
she get that right leg over.
Yeah, if she wraps that around, she may have it.
But it's deep. There she hand fights now, does Delgadillo. Little cement mixer action. Nice reversal, potentially. And this is where Alexandra needs to just wrench and crank to her right side. And you can make them go to their back.
Yeah, this is a very uncomfortable position.
She can't let the head clear. Both girls did end up giving up top position due to some technical issues on their attacks.
Delgadillo looking for that 3rd win, has packed the Boeing Center at Techport Arena. These are all Alexia fans.
Looks like Alexandra's looking to set up an armbar. For MMA, you got to slap those on just fast.
Yeah, she's trying. You can see she's trying to hold those arms really, really deep and trying to keep the elbows down against the body. Man, this place just erupted when Alexia Delgadillo slammed Carlson.
La Patrona. Delgadillo, 10 seconds left to work from the top here. After that big slam. That was explosive, by the way. Can't wait to see a replay of that one. From the jump, Delgadillo was on the attack.
Yeah, it looked like she caught that kick, Raheel, and then just kind of ran forward with it. And then Carlson just ran out of room, fell right before she got to the cage. And then Carlson had some good moments there in the first round, but Alexia was able to reverse her, able to get back to the top, had a big slam there. Not a ton happened for either one of the ladies in the first round, but very difficult round to call. I'd have to give it to Alexia against Delgadillo, but very, very close. Plus, Alex, we had a split decision in the last fight, again, that we thought was 30-27, pretty easy.
Yeah.
So, man, you do not want these to go to the judges' scorecards tonight. Very unpredictable.
Man, I hate that that's the case sometimes, too. I mean, the judges literally, they have one job, and it's not that hard. It's really not.
Ooh, good flurry from La Patrona. Oh!
Alexandra's reaction when she's getting swarmed is not great, man. She kind of leans back and sticks her chin up. Again, if she can connect her hands on the backside, she can get a nasty little reversal. There it is. But you just got to wrench, and I'm telling you, drive like your lat into the back of their head, and it just really wrenches on the neck. There's even a neck crank finish if you get them on the ground. Alexandra really just needs to rotate hard, but you got to keep that head pinned. And I know it well because it's a really good follow-up reversal to a failed guillotine. If you have the guillotine locked but they're not going to tap, you can just bring your choking in under their armpit, connect your hands behind their back, and just wrench on the neck. And most guys will happily roll to their back.
Delgadillo here on top, but not really able to do much. Carlson kind of holding those arms in tight. So Alexia not able to posture up, not able to deliver any punches from here. Carlson really needs to get those hips kind of out to the side, needs to swing one side or the other to be able to have any attacks from here. She's kind of been flat on her back. You can see she's trying to set a few things up, but just it's really ineffective if you're going to be flat on your back for anything other than maybe a triangle. But just not in a good position for that. You're never going to get a triangle with your shoulders up off the mat. No. And there's a decent angle, but I don't think she's got the arm deep enough. I mean, I can see the elbow. She's got to reload that arm, and it's doable. Alexandra on bottom's got to like really pull Delgadillo's left elbow as deep past her hip line as possible. Yeah, pull both hands right above that glove and pull it in and push your hips all the way up. Try to elevate your hips, get some space in there so you can pull that glove down in, and then you can finish the arm bar.
I mean, there's a threat here.
Is there enough room for her to do that, Michael?
I don't know. Delgadillo's got some short arms there. You can see the elbow past the fulcrum point, so not really in trouble here. And Delgadillo's doing a good job of staying heavy near the knees, because that's where you can't get any extension if you're having to lift them with your knees. Now she's going to high guard here. This is a little bit better position for Carlson.
Way back in the day in the UFC. Now, granted, it was heavyweights. Tim Sylvia versus Frank Mir. Tim Sylvia clears his elbow, but Frank Mir cranks on his arm anyway and breaks his forearm.
Yeah.
But that's heavyweight. So you got heavyweight bridges and heavyweight forearm bone length. Doesn't really translate nearly as well to these smaller girls. The angle's good. See, this is a better arm bar.
Yeah, this is a tight arm bar.
We run out of time. Yep. All right, so we will go to our final round in our first fight for the women.
Man, Delgadillo had the look of a savage there on her face. She wanted to finish this fight in the second round, but Carlson very, very tough. Got dunked here, was on the bottom for a lot of this round, Alex, but was able to throw up a few submission attempts, some good, some not so good, but showing that she can be dangerous from that bottom position.
We still have our amateur bantamweight title in our women's division coming up. Olivia Beerley taking on Alexis Apodaca. But first, the third round between Delgadillo, Carlson. If Delgadillo can keep this standing, unleash her striking package.
Ooh, nice right hand there by Delgadillo. Delgadillo kind of shaking her head like, oh my God, that landed flush. How is she still standing?
One free kick. Come on, one free kick.
That lead right hook from the southpaw and Carlson is actually meeting its mark. Instead of the high kick in the back fist, but
look out.
Man.
Let's see what Carlson's got from the top position here. She hasn't been in this good. This is the best position she's been in this entire fight.
There was no escaping this.
those are good shots. Delgadillo, yeah, she needed it. She got a bridge. You can't stop here.
Keep punching. The orders from Carlson's corner. Joel Ojeda looking on. He has been a little bit slower to stop fights and has given the fighters every opportunity.
I'd say Carlson has to finish in this third round, and I'm pretty sure she lost the first two. With these judges, there's no telling, but I mean, right here, she's got to switch that figure four. Get that right foot under that left knee. There we go. Oh, I think there's an armbar cruncher. Just correct that angle. She's got a figure four.
Still has a chance here.
No, Delgadillo, don't punch.
Oh, that's a tight armbar.
That is a deep armbar.
Oh, wow.
The leg's not quite over the head.
Wow.
Oh, man.
And now the guillotine trying to slip in that left arm. Not enough.
Wow. Woo. Yeah, Delgadillo had her arm fully extended there. Carlson with a beautiful armbar, but man, Delgadillo, fully extended arm, Alex, she was not going to tap.
No. Yeah, Cisneros or Carlson, her leg was out of position to like really control, you know, the spine of Delgadillo.
Now La Patrona trying to put something together with about 10 seconds left. This place is going nuts. All right, we are going to go to the judges' scorecards once again. What a fantastic third round. Look at our highlights for round 3.
Watch the right hook here of Carlson. Hey, it lands here in just a second. It was a good one, too. Not that one. There was a clean one on the chin before they started grappling. She gets the mount, hits some good ground attack, a good armbar kick. Leg was over. Watch that leg's going to be cleared in a second.
Yeah, very, very tough, very good submission defense there from Delgadillo. Very good awareness that, you know, her arm was not in a position to break. So she knew that if she tapped, it might have hurt a little bit, but comes back out of that. I think she probably won this fight, but man, what an entertaining fight, what an entertaining third round.
Who y'all have winning right now?
I think it's Delgadillo, but I'm not making any predictions with these judges.
We've already had some questionable scorecards tonight here in San Antonio. We'll see how the judges scored this one, and I think we're in for a surprise based on the reaction I just saw, but here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision brought to you by HKA USA. Judge Ruben Carrion scores the fight 30-27, Carlson. Judge Gino Garcia scores the fight 29-28, Delgadillo. And Judge Ray Campos scores the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by split decision, Alexandra Carlson.
30-27 on one scorecard, right?
She won round 3 to Carlson, but she lost that first round. These man.
I think Carlson would be surprised if she was announced as the winner. I don't know, man.
Now, to be fair, Carlson had the armbar in round 2, which was like almost to finish, kind of. So I could see that scoring, but man.
All right, we'll talk about that in a second, but let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Olivia Beerley.
Olivia Beerley. Yum Yum. By far the best nickname. I've also heard, what was it, your mom's new boyfriend?
Yeah. I think he's fighting on Sunday, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Olivia Beerley. 3-0, second time fighting for us here at Fury FC. Coming off that win in January against Carolina Vieira, where she just cranked on that guillotine in a really hyped up fight for Carolina. In her free time, she's also a VP at LA Fitness. Does fitness modeling as well, so she comes in great shape all the time and earned herself a title shot here in the bantamweight division.
Yeah, Beerley comes from a family of athletes. Got a brother that is an athlete, a sister that's an athlete. So that just a ton of experience here from this Beerley family, and you can see she's a physical specimen. She's dedicated her life to fitness, but Liv Beerley is a force to be reckoned with here. Top 35 prospect already in the country at this weight class, so a lot of hype coming in around Liv Beerley.
We've got one fighter in, so let's meet her opponent. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Please welcome to the red corner, Alexis Apodaca.
Alexis Apodaca, 2-1, first time fighting for us here at Fury FC. All her fights have gone the distance. She's a very good striker, training out in Denver. Originally from Austin. Made her way to Factory X, got that elevation training. And now trying to capture the 135 strap as an amateur here at Fury FC. Sweatshirt issues. Remember, and always think about, if you have a sweatshirt on and you get your hands wrapped, gloves on, can't take them off.
Yeah, good chance you're going to have to cut those sleeves off.
Yep.
Man, one thing, I mean, we got some big pro fights coming up later. These judges need to be held accountable. I mean, we've seen some pretty bad calls.
And especially with so much on the line. Look, every part is important, but I'm telling you, because the UFC has their big event tomorrow night, so we've got a lot of UFC execs, some very high-powered individuals going to be watching this.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
first of all, just get your finish. I mean, if you really want to make some noise as a fighter, but you don't want the scorecards being the reason you lose in front of such an important crowd. Our tail of the tape brought to you by Private Label for our bantamweight title fight. The 28-year-old Alexis Apodaca with the reach advantage even on the height. Both fighters did make weight for this championship fight. Let's go inside for our championship introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Private Label, is scheduled for 5 rounds and is for the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and she weighed in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Flemingsburg, Kentucky, she holds a perfect amateur record of 3 wins, no losses. This is Olivia Yum Yum Perales. And introducing her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and she weighed in at 134.2 pounds. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, by way of Austin, Texas, she holds an amateur record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Alexis Apodaca. And now your referee, Nick Gonzalez, with the final championship instructions.
All right, we got 5 rounds, bantamweight title fight. We went over the rules in the dressing room. Just touch them up. Obey my commands at all times. Go back to your corner. Let's get it on.
Here we go, championship on the line. Olivia Perales taking on Alexis Apodaca. Blue gloves for Perales, red for Apodaca.
All right, I was stumbling over my words when Perales came out. Her brother, they're back in Kentucky. They're both watching this. Her brother, Philip, is graduating high school in May. His high school just came in second in the regional tournament. And her sister, Reagan, is a model who's just published in her first magazine. So
nice.
The genetics are high genetics in that Perales family.
Congratulations to the Perales family.
Yes, good swag. Tease it. There we go. And find the inside now. Find the inside. Okay? Beautiful.
Now, both these ladies look like they went to the same hairdresser.
Tell you what, it's the most cornrows we've seen on a card.
Well, it's the most cornrows I've seen since Rahil's freshman year of college.
Both girls being pretty measured. I like how they're taking their time, kind of feinting in and exiting, throwing some jabs for range. They seem to have their kick range down pretty well.
We talked about Olivia, and she looks really good for this fight, but Alexis also very strong, came in great shape. All right, here we go.
Yeah, the moment Olivia got in punching range, she just rifled off a big 4-hit combo. Alexis is doing a good job staying out of range, like right in her high kick range. She's got the long legs, she's putting them to use. Very heavy kicking arsenal early on. Nice power there from Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia Perales in great shape, and you can see when she throws those flurries, there is some intention behind those punches.
You got 1 minute.
Nearing the 1 minute mark, first round.
Every time she switches towards box, I want you to find socks.
Good feeling out round for the 135 strap.
Switch on socks.
And both ladies the same height, but you can see a definite difference in the leg length of Apodaca's legs are extremely long.
Yeah.
You can start getting leg reach, by the way, as a measurement.
Yeah, some promotions do it, but like, you know, you see arm reach all the time, so like 72 pretty average for like a 6-foot man. But leg reach, it's just, you see the numbers and they don't compute that much. So I'm not personally too sure the average length of the human leg. Reach is only valuable if you know how to use it.
Great point. 10 seconds left.
See, now a round like that would be a hard one to score. Like, genuinely could go either way. I'd say Olivia was a little more aggressive and landed some of the stronger shots, but Alexis was also being active, threw some good kicks. Like, rounds like that, those are kind of coin toss rounds. But we've seen some rounds in previous fights that were very definitive, and they somehow went the other way.
Our first round, feeling out highlights. Did have some good offense thrown by both sides, but nothing memorable.
Yeah, nice flurries from Liv Perales. They're just missing. So you can tell, I mean, she's throwing, like I said, with some authority behind those punches, but they're just missing. So she's having a little bit of problems finding her range, which I'm not surprised because Apodaca is using those kicks and using those long legs to kind of keep her at distance. She's kind of using it as a jab, and then, you know, throwing punches kind of the same. kind of leaning over. You can, I mean, they're the same height, and they just don't look the same height until you see them closing the distance and they're together.
Round 2 of our championship fight here. Fury FC.
So rightfully so.
Strap, sorry.
In a 5-round fight, both girls kind of tripped there. But in a 5-round fight, a slower pace is definitely wiser. And we saw that in the first round. But now that girls kind of are comfortable with each other, they're starting to let go already more in the beginning, a few seconds of the second round.
Liv Brearley's starting to find those shots there. Those shots starting to land that were just a little bit out of range in the first round. They're starting to land now.
Let's test it. Beautiful. Hey, now she's lowering. She's lowering her hands now.
Nice body kick there from Apodaca.
Got a Nike too right there.
Not really affecting Liv that much, but
You see that?
Liv with a nice body kick of her own.
Hey, a little bit faster.
And you can see not a lot of setup for those kicks, Alex. Just
No.
kind of using those kicks as a jab. Just kind of keeping her at distance.
All day, keep that.
Nike two back. Same sense. Yeah.
Really is trying to unload with some big punches.
Yeah.
Good
Now trap set.
movement from Apodaca.
Off the jab. Hard.
Yes, beautiful.
Yes,
There we go.
Good job, good job.
Oh, huge punches there. That bloodied the nose up.
yeah.
Olivia did a good job committing to that combo.
Yeah, Liv Brearley just changed the look of this fight because they were both very clean. Liv Brearley lands 2 hard shots right to the bridge of the nose there.
We're halfway.
Olivia should do more of that.
Yeah.
Bide her time and but blitz in.
Put a hard 2 behind
Yeah,
it.
she waited perfectly and a big slip there. And now the back taking it.
Oh, she
That
jumped
right
all
arm
over it.
is
This
in.
is deep. This is deep. We're going to see a tap here.
Very strong.
Can we
There
get a
you go.
tap? We do get a tap. Yum Yum with the championship.
And the ninja get up. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. What a change of events.
Off the slip, what's crazy, we saw a UFC female title fight. Underdog victory from a missed spinning strike to a back kick to a naked choke. This was like an amateur version of that.
Let's take a look at our highlights. And the championship tap for Brearley.
So you guys were going to see Alexis throw a spin kick and slip. That was that big flurry there from Olivia. Spinning back kick, lost her footing, right to a body lock. I mean, had the choke sunk before the hooks were even in.
Yeah, once she got those arms around that neck, I mean, that was a strength choke there because that's a position where you typically would be able to defend that pretty well, Alex, but Liv Brearley very, very strong and showing that right there with that rear naked choke.
We saw that in her last fight as well. I mean, she just cranked that power, all that fitness modeling.
Yeah.
You're throwing up some weights now, so you see it. Congratulations, Brearley, on the championship. Let's go inside to make this thing official and award her the belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 2 minutes, 5 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke. And new Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Champion, Olivia Yum Yum Brearley.
Congratulations to Yum Yum Brearley on getting the Amateur Bantamweight Championship. Let's get one more championship, before we go to UFC Fight Pass.
I'm in.
I think we can get it. We're going at 8 p.m. on UFC Fight Pass, but let's
Please welcome to the blue corner, Joe Perez.
Joe Perez is about to make the quickest walk to a cage that we've ever seen.
Yeah, what's bizarre about Perez, he's a little undersized for a flyweight, but man, is he fast and is he powerful. I mean, his last fight had one of the craziest knockouts we've ever seen. I was happy to see him back on this fight card. And like, talk about a conscious style. This guy's got fast, explosive striking. And his opponent, I hope he tries to strike a bit because he just wrestles. And if you just wrestle and you never get your footing, you're gonna have a tough time as a pro. It's a fun matchup, but you know, both guys are gonna look to get some experience in this fight.
4-1 record for Joe Perez. Earned that flyweight title shot that he's fighting for right now. Last time we were here in San Antonio with that crazy head kick knockout of Drew Lopez, which kind of like set the mood for the night, and we were all on edge. I mean, things kind of ended in an unfortunate event. We had a little brawl, but it really was crazy. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Micah White.
But getting back to that one kick earned him that title shot. Like, confirmed. We talked to Eric, and he said that kid is getting a title shot as an amateur. He's going to have a tough opponent on his hand, a man who's already fought for the amateur title, lost to Hayden Bryars. Since then, he's been on a 3-fight win streak. 2 of those fights didn't go the distance. So Micah White now trying to get a championship under his belt, move his record to 7-1.
So this is cool. This looks new. You see the 4-ounce guys in this corner. You see Chico, Artinius Young, one of the Houston character. I love that man. See Kubov in his corner. You know what? Maybe this change of fight camps will give him a little bit difference in his style. Now his wrestling's great, and I like Micah, but I do think he wrestles too much. He did not look very comfortable on his feet, and that's just something you have to have because you're not going to go out and wrestle everybody. You know, and just in terms of just like mixed martial arts being a spectator sport, you're going to have to get comfortable kind of fighting in all aspects. I'd like to see if Micah's games, you know, progressed and grown since his last couple fights. This is his 8th amateur fight. You can't have too many more. I'm really curious to see his preparation, his game plan for this fight camp.
You mentioned that record, 6-1, 8-fight, 4-1 for Joe Perez. The crazy part, 21-20, as you see on your screen. Howler Head, our sponsor for this tail of the tape. Even on the height, reach advantage for Micah White. Let's go inside for our championship introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey, is scheduled for 5 rounds. It is for the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Championship. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 119.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 4 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Joe Perez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in at 124.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 6 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Micah Dynamite White. And now referee Frank Collazo with your final championship instructions.
All right, gentlemen. This is a title fight. We went over the rules in the back. Want a clean fight, protect yourself at all times, obey my command at all times. Touch gloves to your corner.
All right, let's crown a champ. In our amateurs, 125 strap on the line. Blue gloves for Perez, red for White.
Take your time. Find your shots.
Both fighters definitely undersized, Michael, for this division.
Michael White was on him quick. I mean, he's on his back early in the first, dry and fresh. And like, you know Perez, he got the biggest opportunity of his life in the MMA realm. And you know he watched the footage on Mike. You know his takedown D and his get-ups had to have been his like primary focus in fight camp. This is not where you want to start the fight, though.
Michael, both these guys look more naturally as 115 fighters, huh?
Yeah, they look like 115 fighters, and as a matter of fact, Rich Burtmaster, the matchmaker for Fury Fighting, you know, he told us that these guys just don't have a lot of opponents at 115. Either one of them have both fought at 115, but and could have fought this fight at 115 against each other, but there's just not a division for that. There's just not a lot of people in there for that in the men's division. But yeah, both these guys extremely undersized, especially with Perez.
Big punches. And Perez came in at 119, by the way.
Good activity from Micah. And he's got the standing body triangle. This is going to burn out White's legs. I'm sorry, Perez's legs and his sternum and his whole thoracic region's just getting cranked on right now. Quads are working hard, holding up Micah.
Still got a minute 20 left. Micah just trying to find that one opening to slide that arm in and crank. A good defense thus far from Joe Perez.
A little more threatening. Perez cannot let Micah get that other hand in.
1 minute left, Mike.
I actually lock up rear naked chokes over the chin all the time and then adjust later. Now sometimes the angle's off or you're too high, but
just put it in there and just trying to figure out later.
Especially like use the palm to palm to lock it up. And then like right now, exactly like that. This is deep. I don't think Perez is going to get out of this.
Get a tap here.
I really don't think Perez is going to work his way out of this one. This is deep. He's going to have to go desperation mode, just slam him or something. Man, props for Perez. That was deep.
Perez giving a little smile to his corner over there.
Don't worry, guys. Still in it. I mean, props to Micah.
And that lock loosening up just ever so slightly. 17 seconds left.
Here we go again.
That's a tap. Another tap for the strap. Wow. Micah White. Dynamite finish for Dynamite White. We have ourselves a new flyweight champion in our amateur ranks.
Yeah, beautiful takedown. Immediately took the back. Very nice scramble to the back. And then once he got there, Perez did a good job of getting to his feet. But Alex, once he got to his feet, just could not shake him. Micah did a great job of alternating back and forth, making it miserable for him, and finally got it in.
That was deep. Good persistence there from Micah, the new champ. That was deep.
Yeah, beautiful, very quick tap too. I think that first rear naked choke took a toll on him, so this second one was even shorter.
Let's crown the champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 2 minutes, 47 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke. And new Fury Amateur Series flyweight champion, Micah Dynamite White.
Congratulations to Micah White on getting the submission championship tap. I love it.
All right, that's
what a night of prelims so far. We still have 10 more fights left.
UFC
We are
Fight Pass
heading
with
to
the
UFC
main
Fight
card.
Pass at 8 p.m. Congratulations to all of the winners. We will be heading there at 8 p.m. once again for Vasquez taking on Shirez. We will see you on UFC Fight Pass on behalf of the entire Fury team, our production team as well. For Alex Morono and Michael Alexander, I'm Rahil Ramzanali. We'll see you at 8 p.m. on UFC Fight Pass here in San Antonio.